Okay, assalamu alaikum. This is the denture here. We're doing delivery. On the first instance of the delivery, we noticed that there is a rocking in the anterior area when we push towards the premolars and the premolar fixed surface. We tried to detect it using this rubber. So I'm going to tell you the story, how we detected the areas and how we went through. Now, this was the first application of the rubber, and we found that the rubber here has not produced any area of pressure. Okay, so this is just simply light body rubber. We mixed it hand mixing and we spread it as a wash only. Now we have rocking clinically, but we could not detect the rocking on the impression. We discovered that the student was pushing it by seating it by her hands. When we're doing this procedure, we need to do it closed mouth technique. So you have to apply the pressure using the mouth closed. So this is with hand pressure, and this is with the first instance with closed knot technique. So what did we get? We got an area that is overextended from the footing surface upwards. You could say, okay, but this was present in the impression. But sometimes in the impression, if we compress the rugi area extra, the rugi area, do you remember, it's a secondary support area. We're not supposed to compress it. If the tray was pushed towards the rugi area excessively, it will produce pressure on it. But then when we release the pressure, the rugi area is not compressible tissue. Yes. What will happen is it will spring back. So it could be rocking around these areas. So what did I tell my student? Please color them by the copia pencil, okay, all of the areas that are closed, and reduce them from the fitting surface. This was that instance after that, okay? So we removed all of these areas that had pressure on the fitting surface. This is closed mouth impression technique. Now this is the last one. We found these are still there present. There was still some minor rocking. We removed them. Now, once we removed them, we moved to the pressure indicating paste to show you. Now, what we got is a better fitting all over. The post dam began working, okay? The post dam area on the edges also worked on the hemular ridge area. The rocking all got away. I just felt that these 2 points had excessive pressure force on it. How did I know? Because a lot of the pressure indicator paste wiped away. So these were areas of sharp edges around the incisor papilla and around here there was a socket of extraction. So I told her to remove them. So this is the situation afterwards. Now, when the student, we altered these, and when the student put this in the patient's mouth, on heavy pressure or on seating pressure, it was okay. But once I released it, there were some overextension. The overextension went away, and it rocked because of the overextension. So the student thought that the rocking was still there. It was not there. It is now that the overextensions are springing back in the denture out of the seating position, and then the rocking you saw is from the overextensions. It's not from the not from the fitting. So in correct pressure towards the tissue, there is no longer any rocking when we press from molar left side then right side. There is no rocking. It's stable on both molar areas and premolar areas. Okay. So what you detected and you thought it was still rocking, it was the overextensions moving the denture away. Yeah. But in closed knot technique, this is sufficient for me for occlusion. I just removed the last 2 bits. Now with overextension, you could say, okay, doctor, I still have no fitting here. It's because of the overextensions. It's no longer because of heavy spots on the fitting surface, okay? So once we remove, I hope to film for you the denture after we have removed the overextensions. You will see the fitting here better, okay? Yes. And this was the case, by the way, just to tell you. Many patients came after deliveries, after students had done their work, and they came back to the clinic when the students were not there, asking for a reline. Now, more than 95% of the cases, more than 95%, I simply remove the overextensions, the denture seats, and no longer needs a reline. So never judge for a reline unless you remove all over the extensions, and then measure the vertical dimension at that length, and then decide if you do want a reline or not. Okay? Thank you very much.